Everybody, we have got a special guest. We have got Ark. How's it going, Ark?
What's up? What's up, everyone?
And he's going to be showing us exactly how to fight in duos. You got a 37 kill win, but then the majority of this game, you're like solo clutching, right? Which is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
For that many kills, as you can see here, like Canada goes down a little bit early. And you also, I mean, this past year, you've gone crazy. You won FNCS. You also won a bunch of div cups. You're now playing with Canada. And then also at Globals, you were going absolutely insane. Like everybody was hyping you up at Globals. And you also play edit and build sets, which I think you're like only one of a few pros in the world who actually plays that on build sense. So why, first of all, why do you actually play that?
It's just cause like when I first started playing the game, like I was super lazy and I didn't want to like aim train and all that. So I just made my aim sense really low and then just made like my build sense really high so then I can have good mechanics and good aim at the same time.
So you're what? You're like super low aim sense, but then you're like 175% build and edit, right? Is that how it is?
Yeah.
Very nice. And you've like converted a lot of the West players as well to run it, apparently. Do you think it's actually like the meta? So let's say you're like talking to like a pro or like a tier 2 player. You think it's the meta for them to swap, or?
I mean, I think it is worth it, but like it's kind of hard to get used to. But if you want like to only max, but like also have like the peer bomb mechanics everyone wants, like I think it's worth it.
Nice. Yeah, that's why me and Resub have converted to the new sense. I'm not on 175 though. I'm just on like I was on 150 and I went to 125 and it still makes
Yeah,
sense.
like everyone says 175 is too high.
Yeah.
So like I don't know.
All right. Okay. Let's stop waffling about sense. Why are you so good at fighting? Like, why is Muzz just in the full piece right here?
Confidence.
Confidence.
Playing against everybody like they're just like bots. Like, even if I'm fighting the best player in the world, like, even if I'm fighting, like, Peter Bot or, like, one of the best fighters, you always just gotta think you're better than them.
Nice. And then what did you do to build that confidence over time? Like, what did you play? What did you practice?
I just played ranked, just started keying, just, like, got comfortable with myself, like, with my binds.
Yeah.
And then I used to just play, like, solo scrims and just key in the scrims so I can get used to fighting endgame.
Yeah,
and just getting comfortable.
Yeah, I think one thing a lot of players do is they'll be fine at keying, like, you know, creative or 2v2s or whatever, right? But that's because it's got no input delay and you're chilling, right?
Yeah.
But when it's an actual, like, scrim lobby, like, there's 50 people up, you know, that's when people just really struggle. So you just key. Do you get, like, banned in scrims a lot? Or
yeah, I did. Okay. All the time. All the time.
Okay, but you think it's worth it, right?
Yeah.
In terms of your fighting playstyle, how would you describe it? Because one thing I noticed that you do a lot is this like drop down piece where you like try to catch people as they rebox like that.
Yeah.
How would you describe your own playstyle?
I mean, I just try pre-piecing them, but like just play aggro, but don't play aggro to the point where you die. Like don't get yourself killed to go for like a clip, but just try to, I don't know, just try to clip them, but just don't get clipped.
Okay. Nice. So it's quite high risk. Because obviously you're like in box and stuff, but you're not like getting full pieced and full clipped by people when you fight, right? Do you have any like fighting tips you'd recommend for people that are trying to get better at fighting specifically?
I think like the main thing would be like, I don't even know. I need to think. It's like when you're keying, you just gotta like just run at them, run at them with their pump out, and then just be confident.
Yeah. Especially, I think one people mess up a lot is like they have the guy in a bad spot, right?
Yeah.
And they don't like commit to the aim duel, but because you're on, you know, this crazy low sense, you're always just kind of committing to actually hitting the shots, which kind of sounds dumb, but that's how you win a lot of fights. And end fights quick as well.
Yeah, like what people gotta realize is everybody you're fighting is not gonna be as good as you think. Like everyone's nervous. It's probably like their first finals or like their first time actually like doing good. So like if you're confident, you just have an advantage over everyone.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Where you play like very, very confident, but then whenever you're low, you sort of like slow down.
Yeah, like never overcommit.
Like, you're never actually doing these like crazy aim drills unless you're full HP and you can't get one pumped.
Yeah.
How would you describe your, you know, like favorite mechanic that you like to do in a fight? Like, what's your like go-to setup, like go-to play that you like to do to catch people?
It would be like the pump the wall and then the phase in, like the 3-2-1 phase.
Okay.
Because people really don't expect that.
Do you pickaxe in or do you just chop in? Or
yeah. Or if you have double pump, you use your sentinel and then you switch to your revolver.
Now, talking about duos, obviously now you're playing with... Did you have any good duo results like last year before you swapped over to trios? You had a few good results, right? But no like
Yeah,
FNCS
but
one's
I didn't
nothing
really like.
crazy, right?
I didn't really have like good teammates like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was way harder. I think like my best placement was like 11th in a duo cash cup finals.
Yeah, okay. And then this past year in trios, you kind of, just popped off and obviously won FNCS.
Yeah.
What did you do differently, would you say, from, your placements in duos until now? Like trios, doing a lot better. Also in solos, like you've been winning a lot more cups and stuff.
So I got a new PC, and then
Yeah.
I just stopped IGLing and just focused more on like being a better fighter.
Okay. But you used to IGL in duos, or?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, nice.
I think it's good though for everyone to learn how to IGL.
That's one thing Venno always says is like thing that helped him the most was just fully learning how to IGL, and then if he swaps back to like his role that he's slightly better at, then he's obviously more well-rounded. And then obviously as well getting a new PC. Did you like have a really bad PC before or what?
Yeah, I had a horrible PC.
Okay, but you had good results before you upgraded your PC, right? Like
Yeah.
like a few thousand, I'd guess. And then also now playing with Canada. He goes down here. How have you sort of changed up your play style playing with him? Because obviously now, you're not IGLing at all in duos like you were before. And then also you can't just be like a straight up brain dead sort of fragger in duos. You have to play a little bit more, support and things like that. What would you say?
I basically like with Kanata, fighting is so much easier because I can just play off him.
Yeah.
And like the best thing to do is just pinch people when you're fighting them. Like one goes on the backside, one's on the front. You just pinch them. They just can't do anything.
I will say the one thing about Canada is his comms are really good.
Yeah.
Like he's like one of the best pros at just comming what's going on in the fight. Like even right here, like he's obviously comming like what they're doing and where they're at and stuff. And then also he does a nice play here, which is he crawls to the top of the cone, so you can pick him up from above, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. If you actually don't crawl to the top, you can get nice. And you just show that guy nice. What have you learned the most from playing with Canada? Because obviously he's got a lot of comp experience.
So I learned you can't be brain dead. Like you have to be careful when you're fighting, because especially in double pump meta, everybody's good. Like it's hard to be bad with double pump.
Yeah.
And like when you're fighting someone on their wall, you gotta be very careful because they can just do the phase trick, and just phase through and kill you.
Yeah, like any like random player who you think's bad can have crazy output and just kill you in a second.
Yeah.
Nada goes down. All right, in this situation here where it's a 1v2, what like goes through your mind? Because I think a lot of people struggle when they're, if we go back a second, teammate gets knocked and you obviously want to try to get the res because you don't want to play the end game or like keep on keying without him, right? So he gets knocked here. What's like your play in this situation, would you say?
I'm fully chilling in this situation. Like I'm just thinking I'm just gonna easily 1v2 them because I feel like it's easier to 1v2 in duos than like trios. Like a trios, like when you're a solo, it's way harder, but in duos, like it's not even hard to 1v2. Especially double pump meta. All it takes is like one mistake from the duo, and then you just kill him. But then right here, I thought the guy was cheating because the way Kanata died, like he told me like just run and reboot, but like I just wanted to get his card because I didn't have enough gold.
It's also like if your teammate just insta dies, sometimes it's not worth trying to 1v2,
Yeah.
Like ego the 1v2, like you can just dip and play the game out or try to reboot as well. So you get the reboot off. Have you done anything to like practice fighting in duos at all with Canal, like creative, or is it just lots of scrims? What would you say?
I just used to play like in my free time with my friends. We just used to play like 1v2 clutch or like the 2v3 map.
Okay.
And like that just made me really comfortable with fighting. Like it made me like not get nervous in a 1v2 and just always be confident. Also like another thing I would say is like if in duos, like I think you should send height. Send height. You can't dud if you send height, because you're guaranteed a top 10 or like a top 5 if you send height.
Even with the current mask meta, you think that's true?
Yeah. It's so easy to counter the masks because like they're just falling midair.
Yeah, you just need revolver, right?
It's just like whoever's tarping needs to tarp and spray well. The other one is just hella aware. You just have to be super aware.
Yeah, see the pad mats, you gotta be careful when people die on you. It's the same thing with the masks, right? Like people are end up just going masking straight up. It's kind of easy to counter though. I know what you're saying. Like if they mask straight up, you just aim a revolver straight up, and you can normally crack them all the way down. Okay, when you're fighting at this, like fighting a duo on their walls, how do you approach that so you don't just get like full box and die?
So I just make sure like everything around me is mine. So then if just in case like, cause I'm not zero ping, so if I don't get the wall, I just edit out to the right or edit out to the left to make sure like I don't get full box.
Nice. There's one of my masterclass guys right here getting pieced up, unfortunately. That's bad. You do any aim training or not really? You just
Nah, not at all. Like when you're on height and there's like a team looking up, and they're not that stacked. You have to pressure them like this. Like you just have to get on their tops, make sure they don't like
Yeah.
they can't do anything.
I think as soon as you smack on their tops, they like panic and realize that
Yeah.
they can't really do anything about it, you know?
Like what I noticed from like players who like just start playing comp is like when they're on height, they don't spray. They just
Yeah.
sit there,
They just
do
sit
nothing,
there like AFK. Or they
and
play
then
height with double
and they get
pump,
chopped.
and then
Yeah.
they're obviously just gonna lose it with that. Nice. Yeah, that was a good play by you. So you get that kill and you just get straight out of the box. I think a lot of people would like commit to fighting that guy, but you're constantly like doing a play, seeing if you get the wall or not, and then you just get straight out, right?
Yeah, it's also because Kanata was getting jumped on, so I had to help him
Yeah.
instantly.
Nice. Where did I see this game from before? Did I remember this part of the game. Did Jacob post this on Twitter? I was thinking.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, fair enough. Very nice game. 29 kills as well, which is kind of nuts. Final tip for somebody who like wants to get better at duos with their teammate, what would you say to them?
I would say both of you guys have to play off each other, and like you have to calm what you're gonna do, because if you do something brain dead and your teammate doesn't know, you're just gonna sell. So you have to be confident at the same time, but your teammate has to know what you're doing.
Yeah, if you, I swear in
Otherwise,
Fortnite,
everything's gonna go wrong.
if you com the worst idea ever, but then you both do it together, it always works.
Yeah,
Right?
it'll work.
Very good stuff.